the connection between my family, the Rabello and Gnattali, actually exists already for a long time. Gnattali has performed, recorded, and dedicated also compositions to different members of my family. Two of those, a very famous one, guitar player, Rabello, very well known in Brazil, one of the prominent figures of the guitar in Brazil. So Rafael recorded a couple albums with Gnattali. They started playing together actually when Rafael was very young. He died very young, as a matter of fact, but they started playing together when he was 14 years old or something. Gnattali dedicated a guitar concerto for him. The other member was Luciana Rabello, also an important figure on the Brazilian music nowadays, especially on the choro movement in Brazil. So this relationship exists already for a long time, and thanks to this relationship, I had access to members of the Gnattali family. Gnattali is not alive anymore, right? But there is people from the family that took care of his legacy. So the manuscripts, the recordings that he left, right? So the first person that had a very important relevance in this whole process was Roberto Gnattali, nephew of Radames, and Roberto is also a composer, arranger, and he was the first person that I had access to who introduced me to this whole universe of his music through recordings, showing manuscripts, scores, and I remember that the first meeting I had with him, he showed me recordings of Gnattali's piano concerti, chamber music, and I was actually very, very impressed by the quality of the music, and also by the fact that nobody has explored this universe more deeply, you know, because after the death of Radames, his music kept being playing in Brazil, of course. Abroad, there's also artists playing, but compared to the legacy that he left, chamber music, concerti, to what was actually recorded, it's a really a tiny fragment. After this first encounter, I said, well, this material is too precious to be left like this. So it's something that definitely I need to explore with more depth. That led me to record further on a solo CD, right? This solo CD actually had a contribution of the widow of Gnattali, Mrs. Nelly Gnattali, who is the person in charge of all this, his scores, no? And thanks to her, she was the person who provided me with all the manuscripts of Gnattali. And thanks to her, this whole work we've been doing and the recordings was made possible. There are, for me in particular, a very emotional connection, given this proximity of my family to him, the fact that he's one of the giants of music in Brazil, me being a Brazilian. This makes the fact that we are playing unknown music to the public, bringing this music to the public for the first time, very, very special.
Parabéns, Luiz, parabéns, Flor, pelo lançamento deste belíssimo CD que vocês gravaram com a obra completa do Radamés Gnattali para piano e violino. São obras praticamente inéditas, pouquíssimo tocadas aqui no Brasil. Suponho que nunca foram tocadas no exterior e sequer foram gravadas também. Eu não conheço gravações no Brasil dessas músicas e por isso eu acho que esse disco ele tem um valor singular, né? Além de ser lindo, tá muito bem tocado, é um CD importantíssimo para a discografia brasileira de música erudita, né? Por se tratar do Radamés, que é um dos compositores mais importantes da música erudita brasileira e da música popular também, do século XX, né? Pelo ineditismo do projeto e pela iniciativa corajosa de vocês. Vida longa para o duo Luís Rabello e Floor Braam.
Eu tive a honra e o privilégio de ser amiga de Radamés Gnattali e, além de tudo, de desfrutar do grande prazer que foi tocar com esse grande gênio da música brasileira de concerto. Ter hoje a obra dele para violino e piano gravada pelo meu sobrinho Luís Rabello e com a Floor Braam foi para mim uma grande alegria, assim como teria sido para o meu irmão Rabello, violinista, que foi super parceiro do Radamés também teve o privilégio de tocar com ele e de divulgar a obra dele. De maneiras que eu só tenho a agradecer e a desejar muito sucesso e que o mundo comece a conhecer quem é Radamés Gnattali.
The Embassy of Brazil in The Hague is very pleased to support the release of the album Flor da Noite, a project that puts together pieces for violin and piano composed by Radamés Gnattali, most of them premiering to the international public. They are performed here by two extremely refined musicians. It has made it also a particularly good sample of the richness and variety of Brazilian music. The launching of this album here in the Netherlands is then very timely and makes an important contribution to the promotion of Brazilian culture abroad.